really looking forward to a great football environment on Saturday. It's going to be great for our players and our coaches. Our fans are going to be into it. They're going to be loud. And we're going to have 10,000 plus students there. So just a great atmosphere and a great opportunity for us to go out and perform. So, but right now it's all about the day-to-day preparation. That's where our focus is. So.
You've recently been involved in some pretty intense rivalry games as a coach. This one, big rivalry games, I sometimes wonder if momentum swings are a little bigger when the emotions are running a little higher. What's your view on that? And how do you, in a game this intense, how do you keep 20-year-olds on an even keel?
Yeah, well, there's momentum swings in every game. We talk about it all the time, and the pendulum's going to swing back and forth, and it'll swing their way, and then you got to create your own momentum and swing it back your way, and you got to play for 60 minutes and play to win. So, but to keep our guys focused and to keep our guys on an even keel, it's really about playing the next play. We talk to our guys all the time about not watching the scoreboard. It's about our performance, our behavior, and playing the next play. So what, now what? And that's how you stay focused. There's a cycle of a snap. You get the call, and offense or defense, especially if you get the call, and you line up, you play the play, and then whether it's a positive play or a negative play, you learn from it, and then you move on to the next one, and you play 60 minutes, 4 quarters in the game that way, in a very intense and focused manner. I know all that sounds cliche, but that's the way you keep guys on an even keel. Obviously, there's going to be momentum swings in the game. All of the games are big. You mentioned rivalry games. I've coached in Ohio State, Michigan, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Georgia Tech, Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh. Chicago Bears, Green Bay. That's what makes the game great. That's what everyone wants to see, and that's why players come here, is to play in big games like this. That's part of the draw, and that's why you put in all the work and in the off season and then during the season, during the week, to be able to put your best foot forward in these types of games. So I look at it as great moments and opportunities to perform.
You rattled off 6 or 7 or 8 of those rivalry games. Mm-hmm. Which one's the most intense or nastiest or whatever the word would be?
Yeah, well, I anticipate this one being probably the most intense because it's the one that's up next, and you're only as good as your next game, and that's where your focus has to be. But in the rivalry games, in my experience, is that those are usually the hardest hitting, cleanest football games that you're going to play.
Stephen was in here a couple minutes ago and said essentially that the Nebraska players have been talking enough for both teams. So when you have that atmosphere, what kind of extra element does it add to this game, to the importance of this game, knowing that this is a team that really wants to come in here and make a statement on your field?
Yeah, well, first of all, you really can't downplay rivalry games, in my opinion. You have to embrace them. They are what they are, and that's what makes this game great. However, our focus is really on the preparation and what it's going to take to put ourselves in position to perform the way we need to perform in the game. And so, I just put a message out on Teamworks again. I don't want our guys talking. This is not a time to talk. It's about preparation. There's already a date on the game, so we're going to play. So what are we going to do up until the game to get ready? And that's what I expect from our guys, period.
Coach Tucker talked after the game about how the edges were kind of where you guys were vulnerable on Friday night. What after looking back and going over the film, what were some of the reasons behind some of that, and how do you kind of clean that up this week?
I think the biggest thing was, just first game, jitters first and foremost. They came out with some looks that, we weren't seeing consistently in practice, And so, first game, you got to kind of get settled in, people jumping around, your heads are everywhere, big environment. And so I think the biggest thing for us was just to settle down. Coaches, made adjustments at halftime, and so edges was a big thing. When we made the adjustments, we came in and we talked about it, we settled down, and, once we got more comfortable with the flow of the game, we got, more comfortable with how everything was going, and then we were able to respond.
Michaela, you're new to Boulder as a grad transfer, so I'm just curious if, and I'm assuming this has happened, trying to see if you remember the first time someone told you about not wearing red on campus and why, who the first person was, and what did they tell you about the Nebraska rivalry?
It's funny. This happened Sunday. I had on a red, white, and blue shirt, but it was mostly red. Had on a red hat as well. I had no idea. That was such a big deal. And obviously, something it's a rivalry and whatnot, but I didn't know. Red is like forbidden. You might get kicked out of the program if you wear red. So I came into the training room like I do every off day. And so I walk in, and everyone's giving me these death stares. And I'm looking around like what did I do? And they're like, you have on all this red. I'm like, it's one of the colors, red, white, and blue. What's wrong with that? They're like, it's Nebraska week. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea. And then after that, when I left there, I went to Le Peep, and I got the same kind of deal. And so all the red shirts and shorts and hats have been, put away in storage until further notice. I got it from a lot of people. There's not one single person. Everyone gave me the look. Everyone, told me, and I was like, all right. I almost stripped down right then and there. So, never again.
I mean, just like you said, we treat every week the same, just nameless, faceless opponent. I mean, with that being said, we do understand how deep this kind of almost like a hatred goes for Nebraska, and I know they don't like us either. But I mean, we're just going to go out there and play the best football we possibly can for 4 quarters, and if it takes more than that, then we'll do that too. But I mean, we're excited about it. I mean, the rivalry game's always fun. The stadium's going to be packed. Highest revenue, I think that's what Rick said in the history of Colorado football. So I mean, that's huge. That's big stuff. So atmosphere should be great, and we're just excited to get out there and play.
Stephen, there's been a few quotes out of Lincoln already this week about some of their players saying how they don't like you guys, how their head coach doesn't like you, how they felt they were the better team last year, and they know they're the better team this year. Do you feel like winning last year in Lincoln amped up the rivalry or got their attention or kind of created this kind of atmosphere?
I mean, it might have. I can't really speak from their shoes. I know last year we went out there and we just tried to play the best football we possibly could for 4 quarters, and it ended up being enough to get the job done. As far as their talking goes, I mean, they're talking enough for both of us. So